All right, man. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. What's going on out there in Boston? How y'all doing? This is Marquis, aka Severe, aka Mr. Value. And to my left, man, we got Shizmatic the God, man. What's good,
What up? What
TeShawn?
up?
How
What
you
up?
doing,
What
brother?
up?
How's everything, man?
Oh man, everything is blessed, man. Anytime when you're above ground is a blessing.
Yo, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, man. I'm glad you. First of all, I want to thank you for coming on the show, man. This is the Passive Podcast, episode 65. Are you bringing value to yourself? I think it's an interesting topic. I've been thinking about this or just that in general for such a long time, probably pretty much my whole life. Like if you think about it, this is a huge thing that a lot of people probably that weighs on a lot of people's hearts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you think about the topic? We won't get into it right now because we're gonna go do some fact checking news. But what do you think about that topic?
Now, I think it's definitely dope to be talking about, man. I mean, that's a real good question. Are we bringing value to our life, man? And sometimes we could just get distracted and like each day go by. But then, like, are we really bringing? Is it something that we're doing that we really valuing for ourselves? That's a real good question to stop and ponder on. Very
Yeah,
good question.
yeah. Well, we're gonna get into it. Oh, here we come. Where he come, I tell you. What up, Chuck?
Without Chuck,
What's going on, fellas? How you doing?
What's going on, brother?
chilling.
How you
All
doing,
right.
man?
Sweating.
Sweating what? Oh,
Where you sweating from, dude?
what happened, dog? Like,
I was chipping ice outside.
Oh,
oh yeah, it is icy, yo. My car was mad
Yeah,
icy, so yeah, my whole car was covered with ice, man. I was hitting it with like a rubber mallet to get it off.
just making sure it was clear so I don't go out there and bust my ass when I go to take the trash out later.
yeah.
That's what's up, Chuck. Are you ready for the Passive Podcast episode 65, brother?
I ain't got no choice, man. I'm here,
Oh
right?
Lord, let's do it. Ain't got no trouble. Forget you.
Nah, I'm here, dude. I'm here. Don't mind me at the moment, man.
You know what I'm saying? All right, you know how we started, man. Fact checker news, man. Number one is Chuck's. Chuck, I'm gonna let you read this one. Space savers, man. You said, I put a question to it. I said, what's the
No,
craziest
no.
item?
The
Yeah.
reason why I put space savers. I mean, we just had a storm last weekend, and then just past Friday, we had an ice storm and whatnot. And you spend some good time out there digging your cars out of your spots and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here you go. You dig out your spot, and boom, you got to go to the store, you got to go to work. So automatically you put something there because folks is lazy, they don't believe in getting out there and doing their own work. So say like you pull off, and next thing you know, somebody throws whatever you have there and sits in your spot. So here you coming back home either from the store or work, and
Mm-hmm.
you're already tired from the madness at wherever you just came from, and there's a mofo sitting in your goddamn spot that you just spent 2-3 hours, well, not that long, but spend some time clearing out. What's the craziest space saver have you seen in the city of Boston?
Mm.
I seen doors like
Okay,
a door off, like a real door off, like somebody's car door. I don't know where they got it from. Like parts from
okay,
cars. I seen tires. People steal cones from like other jobs and they bring them to their house.
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
All type of stuff like that. What you see?
I seen a dinette set
That's
with with the tablecloth
Come
in the
on.
plate setting. I shit you not.
Damn.
With
Nobody
the
gonna
plate
touch
setting.
that. Nobody gonna touch that. It's like,
But I'm just saying. I mean, wow. I mean, I understand. You trying to save your spot, a lounge chair, a cone. Your trash bin. But damn, a dinette set with the chairs, tablecloth, and plates. Like, damn, somebody had a whole lot of time on their hand.
Hell yeah, that's like a 2-3 person job right there. Shit.
Hey
yeah.
man, but you know how it is. You come out, somebody's in your spot. You know, I mean, me, I'll throw the snow back on their joint because I mean, hey, I just cleared the snow. But you have other folks that would key your vehicle, slash your tires.
Yep.
Somebody in East South Boston, they smashed out his windows.
What?
Uh, listen,
Damn.
went to the bathroom in the back seat of his Jeep, and they puked all over the front seats.
God damn.
Oh.
Now you call that extreme?
Oh, that's crazy.
I'll be getting a case if that was me, especially if you smash out my windows.
What's the craziest
Come on.
object you seen? Schismatic to God, man, and like and somebody trying to hold a spot because of the snow.
Oh man, it's the craziest thing I seen. Not nothing too crazy, man. Just something just the normal, man. Like cones, chairs. I saw somebody put a high chair out there, like them high chairs for those babies.
Yeah, the baby
Yep.
Out there, and shit like that, and
yep.
Yeah, it's just messed up, man. Because I do feel like the city of Boston, or all over, they need to work on snow removal, right? So like if they came through and like remove that snow, then that could create a whole lot of they could stop a whole lot of arguments and confrontations and shit like that.
Yeah, they could. No, you're right.
And,
No, you're right about that. Now it's funny, man. I thought it was a funny topic that Chuck brought up. Yo, so number 2, finally, man. He did last time he was on here. It was a question mark, but now we know Tom Brady retired. So what y'all think about that? Who wants to talk about it?
Good, Shiz.
Oh man, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Tom and what he done. It's about time. I feel like he has nothing else to prove, dude. Like he got 7 Super Bowl rings, right? And 22 years. He got records, you know what I mean? And he definitely left his stamp in the game of football. And salute to him. I hope he enjoys his retirement, enjoys his time with his kids and his wife. And just enjoying life, man, because he gave 22 years of his life to the game of football, and we all know how demanding that is. So yeah, salute to one of the GOATs in football.
Yeah, Chuck.
Like I said last time, so salute to him. Hey, he did what a lot of guys couldn't do. But my thing is, okay, the day when he decided to announce it, it's kind of it kind of sits funny with me because he decided to do on February 1st. Right around the same time when Brian Flores he did his lawsuit against the NFL. I think I think people knew it was coming down the pipeline as far as what was going on with Flores, but I think folks might have told Brady to hold off and announce it that day. That way, whatever's going on with Flores is outshadowed by Brady deciding to retire from the NFL. So, I mean, that's just me. That's just my thinking. Congrats to him.
That's a real good way to look at it, man. Because with Brian Flores situation, that's important, right? That need to be on the forefront. And I could definitely see. I wouldn't put it past the NFL or whoever corresponded with Brady about holding off on his retirement until Brian Flores' news hits the fan. And yeah, I wouldn't put it past him, man. It is it's messed up.
Yeah.
But this is why if you see the third ticker, you might think I made a mistake, but I said blank history month. They try to get us the one little month that we have for Black History Month. They try to get us to not think about it. They got all types of things start happening that we got to worry about our health, the world, or this case, or another cop killing a Black person. Something. It got to be something to get us off anything positive. And this is supposed to be the most positive, I would say, the month of that Black people usually celebrate, right?
I mean, well, I'm sorry, man. I mean, Black history didn't start from slavery. It started way back before then, but that's what they're feeding to us, that it started with slavery. A lot of folks don't believe in doing the research themselves. And what's the one saying? What's the way to hide something from a person of color? Put it in a book.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy, man.
No, you're right, man. But just like when let me just describe why I came up with this topic. I mean, I've been struggling with this for a long time, probably still struggling, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people are struggling with this, man. How you bring a value to yourself, and it's just something, it's a kind of like a broad question, but it's I think you can narrow it down eventually if you cater to yourself, sit down and maybe either ask people what they think of you, or just and humbly, take the criticism, or reflect on your life and then figure out who you are, like, and sit down and just write notes of, and then figure out, are you bringing value to yourself, and not to just to yourself, to others, because you got to bring it to yourself first so you can bring it to others. You know what I'm saying? It's an energy, it's a reflection. What do you guys think about this topic before we get into it?
Like I said earlier, man, I think this is a dope topic right here because it gives people time to stop and think about what they're doing for themselves. You know what I mean? I don't know about y'all, but I can recall so many things I've done for others. But then, like, if I really sit there and act, really bringing value to myself, like I do like helping, but like besides outside of helping others, what am I doing for myself? I think it's an interesting topic.
Chuck, what do you think about it?
Hey man, it like TeShawn said, man, it's dope. I mean, makes you think about yourself and others around you.
No, it does. And the reason, like, I kind of started off with, like, I was asking you guys questions prior to the actually, you guys do like weird exercises and stuff, and giving y'all questions. And if one of the first things, I asked was, for a bio. Like I said, what's your bio? Like, a lot of people don't have a bio. They think their resume is their bio, but it's really not. It's resume, just it's selling yourself in a resume, but it's just more work related. It's work, 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 work. That's all it is. But your bio is like you. It's like, more than just work. You know what I'm saying? So I was asking you guys to put like a bio together, just for an exercise. You don't have to share it if you
I
want.
got it. I
But
got you on that.
did you guys create a bio?
Nah,
I didn't create it, but I thought about what I would say as far as for myself. First off, oldest male out of four kids. My big brother. I got two younger siblings. I try to be a role model to those under me and those around me, as far as my nephews, younger cousins, and whatnot. I love talking about sports and I love to laugh, man. I mean, that's just me. I mean, I joke around because that's just the type of person I am. I rather have everybody happy around me instead of I understand everybody has their own issues, and a little laughter doesn't help. So
Oh
try
yeah.
to get everybody to to chuckle and whatever. Think about something funny instead of what's not masking anything that they're going through, but just get their mind off of that at that moment, or we're together and whatnot. That's just me. I love to read and I love to talk. Sorry, unfortunately. So if food
Nah,
if,
that's
if
dope.
food is if food is one of my best friends, so hey,
You just wrote your
that's me.
bio. You just
That's
freestyle
me.
your bio, man. All you got to do is write it down, and so,
Yeah,
like,
I
when
know, but
somebody,
that's me.
so it's so say when you start doing your world tour, start going on shows, that'll be the bio. Just got to print it out so you can send it to, like, Ellen and Oprah and all them people. You know what I'm saying?
No
That's
doubt,
why
no doubt.
and that's why I like one of the exercises was to do a bio, is to just try to kind of like to reflect on yourself, and then so it kind of works with this exercise of bringing value to yourself. So you got to, like, start with yourself, right, and do a bio. So that's why I started off with that. TeShawn, can you freestyle something that like a bio for yourself?
and I mean it will be general in the sense of, like, I'm a husband, I'm a father, love basketball, like sports, like to read, like to fall back and chill, like to be stress free. Um, yeah, I don't know. My brain is thinking this, but right now freestyling it would just be general, just with those things right there. I mean, I understood the concept of creating a bio, but then I was just like, "Well, Dad, last time I created a bio was for LinkedIn. Like, is that you know what I mean?" I was at first, I was like, "What the hell is this dude doing? Trying to roll? You trying to put me up for a job interview or something?" You know what I mean? Nonetheless, I was like, "Nah, I understood where you was coming from." But you're right.
Yeah, man. I figured it's
Gotta
like
have one.
you just gotta, like, open up the gateways, man. You gotta open up your mind, man, like, and just do new things that don't seem relative to what your life is now, right? So me telling you to do a bio, but not like a bio just work related, something that's
Yeah.
just you. It kind of like makes you reflect on yourself. It, ma- it, that, and that, and that's it's just dope kind of get to know yourself, like, you know what I'm saying? And then now you can share your more. Maybe you was suppressing certain things about yourself. Now that you can share with the world, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you want to bring that back out. If
Yeah.
you're artistic or whatever it is that you were suppressing, maybe you can bring that out now. Y'all like your shirt, man. What's that? Coolie High?
Yeah.
Yeah, Coolie
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I
No,
mean,
but
I
that's
did
what I did. I did the same thing as far as like LinkedIn. I mean, I went to my LinkedIn Friday while I was at work. I had a little time. I'm just reading it. I'm like, damn, this. Let me reword this and whatever as far as some of my like academic stuff and school and work. I'm like, damn, I really did this. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, okay, well, I went in there, tweaked it one more time just in case. Never know who's looking. I try to make it positive. Go over my grammar errors. I mean, there was one or two that I didn't notice in the beginning, but I just try to go back over, reread it. Just like you said, you're just I'm trying to present myself to
Yeah.
let people know who I am and where I come from, where I stand. So that was
exactly.
kind of funny when you said LinkedIn.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with a bio. You can't go wrong with your own bio because it's you. You're explaining yourself. There's no wrong answers. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you write and think of about yourself is right.
And
So
that was a dope exercise though, man, because like I said, when I went back to LinkedIn, that was more for like professional. But then I don't have a bio that speaks of me as an individual. You know what I
exactly,
mean?
individual bio. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I did a quick one, but I mean, I'm not gonna say it all because it's long. But I'm gonna give you a quick couple sentences. Of course, like y'all's was dope, father, all that stuff. I got that in there too. So degree in facilities management from Wentworth Institute of Technology with architectural background. My ultimate goal was to fire my boss and become a full-time entrepreneur. I'm in the process of obtaining various properties to build wealth for my immediate family. I recently started an apparel company for my daughter and I called Sincere Wear Severe Gear. My goals are to travel worldly, continue to lend support to others, listen and review great music, podcasts, and dominate this social media platforms, you know what I'm saying, for wealth, baby. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's like, some of the stuff, and if I freestyle it, of course, I'm gonna be like father first. I'm gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, entrepreneur. I wanna like, do well with others and build a circle, a great circle of friends and family. And that's pretty much my bio, man. Y'all know me, man. Y'all get to know me every week. And you know what I'm saying? Every time we talk off this stuff, you know what I'm saying? So
One thing I did like was talk about how you say you trying to fire your boss. That's make sure you mention that when you freestyle on your elevator pitch. I try to fire my boss.
Exactly.
Like, oh shit.
But it's time for the big question, man. I mean, have y'all answered it? Who wants to answer it first?
Well,
Are
as far
you
as like your top 10,
no? Are you bringing value to yourself? That's the first question. I know we
yeah,
talked about it briefly, but are you? You want to start off, Chuck?
yeah, why not?
Answer
I
that
feel
question.
that I'm bringing value to myself because it's like this. I'm a fast learner. I you know quick on thinking on my feet sometimes. I mean, sometimes I got to think about it, but I my father was a jack of all trades, and I pick up things here and there from just looking and researching stuff. So, uh, say for instance, somebody needs to talk, I'm there. I'm ears open. Instead of jumping to conclusions, I hear them out. Try to see. Try to sit in their shoes, but you can't always do that. But try to give them the best advice that I can give them without judgment. Hardworking. I try to. I do my best, and when it comes time for family, my boys, I try to be super dad. So that's why I say I bring my value in those around me.
That's what's up. I'm gonna go. Let me go second. To Sean. I got. Then you can end us off. I know you're gonna kill it. You know what I'm saying? But are you bringing value to yourself, man? Like I had to write it down, man. Like my passion is to acquire knowledge on a daily basis that brings value to me, and then I enjoy sharing it with others, especially if it's deals with financial or health. advice. And but at the same time, I want people that's listening to me to do their own research. You know what I'm saying? We can give out this information, and but you have to do your own research and then acquire your passion and figure that out, and then what I'm saying, go from there. What I'm saying? But yeah, I bring back. I believe I bring value to my life and to others as well. So, what about you, TeShawn?
Oh man, I feel like as I'm getting older and wiser, more mature, um, learning how to bring value to yourself, I feel like is simple. You just have to stop and do it. And for me, when I think about bringing value to myself, man, the first thing I started to do was start appreciating, right? Like the little things, man. We wake up and we got breath in our lungs. Majority of us got all our limbs. You know what I mean? We're able to, shit or use the bathroom without any assistance. Like, I don't know, it's just like appreciating the small things in life for me helped bring value to myself, right? Because the more you're able to see good in the world, you know what I mean? It would all flow. It's like energy. You know what I mean? You see good in the world, you be able to walk around with a positive spirit. Not saying that there's gonna be things that's not gonna disturb it a little bit or shake it up, but for me, as I got older, I'm only 39, and I want to say my quest started 6, 7 years ago, was just straight appreciating, right? Just appreciate anything that I receive, any knowledge, any information, a smile, a hug, good interaction, whatever it is that's positive, that's helping you stay away from that dark side was very much appreciated. And then also I learned how to not compare myself to others, right? Like I remember before when I was younger, I always felt like I had to be like a certain person. Or if me and my wife would be arguing, I always felt like I had to be like somebody else. And then now at this point, I have enough time and I'm still learning and developing myself. I'm learning it's important not to compare myself because that's
Mm,
another thing. Once we start comparing, it brings us into that dark hole, man. Like, and I'm pretty sure y'all know, man, that dark hole is hard to get out of.
yeah,
It's best to stay away from it. And
No doubt.
bringing value to myself, last but not least, is it's like setting boundaries. Learn how to say no. Like I love to help people. Don't get me wrong. I love to help, but
hmm
if it's gonna interrupt my family vibes, then I gotta say no because my family is the main thing that I'm appreciative of. And if it doesn't work for my family, then it doesn't work for me. So learning how to say no, man. I could go on and on about this, man. When you proposed this question, Marquis, it was like, it feels like it's a real conversation, like real adult
yeah.
shit. You know what I
No,
mean? So
exactly. That's why I brought it up. I mean, I'm gonna mix it up. We're gonna bring it back and forth. But one of the other questions I wanted to bring to this conversation, it's gonna relate eventually when you stop, thinking about it. But I want to know, who are the top 10 richest blacks currently? Like who are, can you name them? Like I had to look them up. I don't know if these are accurate, but these are some of them. These are some billionaires, black billionaires. You know what I mean? A lot of them you can't pronounce the names because I think when you, in order to be rich, you gotta have a funny name. So I'm gonna change my name immediately. Um, no, look at this. Look at is it Alinko Danagats, 11.4 billion. Mike, I done. Y'all can chime in whenever y'all want. Try to help me with these names.
it's not like I
David Stewart, I know that one. You know what I'm saying, but I don't know who he is. But these are black people that entrepreneurs. They probably in technology. They're probably in pharmacy. They're probably in whatever it is they're doing. They're making billions, and we don't know their names.
yeah,
We don't know their names. And then, like you go on to the next, the next, 6 to 10. You start to see people's names. Like number 9, you see Michael Jordan, right?
yeah.
And this is just the money they made. I think that's what they're estimated at, or either is that what that I think this is what they're estimated at, right? What they're worth.
What they're worth, right? They don't actually have, but that's how much they're worth.
Yeah,
Or something.
yeah, the assets over liabilities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you start seeing like names that, you know what I mean, like Michael and Oprah, but there's other names that we don't even know who's who. Have you ever heard of any of these people?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I
Besides
have.
Oprah and Jordan.
No, but the thing about it, like when you said the top 10, right? You know, a lot of these
What
guys'
did you
names,
say?
like you said, like a lot of the guys' names you said. I mean, it was hard to pronounce it, but I did what I did. I did the top 10 in the U.S.
Who you
Number
got?
one is Robert Smith. 6 billion. Basically, he gets his for private equity. Equity, excuse me. Number two would be Dave Stewart, 3.7 billion. His is IT services and whatnot. Number
Okay.
three, Oprah. Number four would be Kanye West, music and Yeezy brand.
Yeah.
Number five would be Rihanna, 1.7 billion music and her Fenty line.
That line, that
Number
oof.
six, number six is MJ, sports and his endorsements. Number seven, Jay-Z, Sean Carter, 1.6 billion music and endorsements. I mean,
Yeah.
excuse me, music and investments. Number eight will be Tyler Perry, television and films. Number nine, Sean P Diddy Combs. He got 885 million music, fashion, and Ciroc. And the last one will be Selena Johnson. I might have said her name wrong. 770 million from hospitality, and she was the co-founder of BET.
I'm gonna say BET. Yeah, I'm gonna say. I
Yeah,
know she
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like BET related. Salute to the
And she
powerful
also
impact in the
she
chat.
also has sports she's also in sports. She's one of the I think she's on the board of directors for the WNBA.
That's what's up. So she's making dough. So shout out to powerful impact in the chat. They saying salute. My bad. Check. I thought you was done when you started.
No, I'm sorry. I'm fine, man. You know what? I'm getting serious when I can put the glasses on, bro.
Nah, that's good that you that's what I'm saying. Like doing this exercise, like I wanted to see where everybody would go with their top 10, black richest people, whatever. Would you stay in the United States? Will you go worldly? You know what I'm saying? I went
I
worldly.
was gonna do sports. I was gonna do
But then some
sports at
yeah,
first,
some
but I'm
then
like, you
some
know
people
what?
might just go sports. Yeah, yeah. I want to see where your mind's at. I want to see where the black man's mind's at. That's what this is really an exercise to see where Chuck where we went, I went. Did you do this exercise, TeShawn?
I mean, yeah, I looked online. I mean, it was all um shared by you and shared by Chuck. So
Like a
yeah,
mixture, like you just like looking at worldly and United States,
I was looking at the richest black people.
just
Oh,
period, right?
yeah, in the United States. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, in the
yeah,
United States. So you stayed in the United States.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But now it's dope, man, to see to even speak about that because it also shows, for our viewers that they can do it as well, man. You know what I mean? Like Tyler Perry was homeless. Tyler Perry was homeless, and then like
Exactly.
he's up there in the billions. And like I know Oprah
Yeah.
Winfrey battled with some stuff in her past, and then she overcame that. And I mean, these are
Yep.
people that, like Chuck said, when I looked at the question, the first thing I thought about was like, sports athletes. So it's good to see people that's on there that's not even athletes, but like they still getting it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to open up people's brain waves, man. It's not just sports people or just or actors or whatever that that's like popular people. You know what I mean? It's people that you don't know, and you can be a billionaire by being an artist. Or some of these people done technology. Maybe they've never showed their face. They just built a computer or built a chip or something or some type of app,
Yeah.
and they got billions. So it opens up the field for people to say, "Oh, I can do that too," instead of just sports and whatever. You know what I mean? The stuff that they want us to do, the entertainment type of portion of how they push black people to just do the entertainment. You know what I mean? That's not good, man. So yeah, so that's why the next question was top 10 black living leaders. Now, I didn't write any down. We could freestyle them. If you wrote any down, let me know. Anybody write any of these down?
Oh man,
I
I had
got
a question
five,
about
man.
that, man. Yeah, go ahead, Chuck. Take
Yeah,
that.
Chuck, start off.
All right, getting serious. Got to put the spectacles on, man. Number one would be Esmeralda Simmons. I might have said her first name wrong. Excuse me. Brooklyn, New York. Quality public education for students of color. Let's see. She runs a center for law and social justice at the Mega Everett College in Brooklyn, New York, which provides legal services to people facing voter suppression and discrimination. Number two would be was it Melina Campbell, DC. She's a civic engagement. Basically, she helps youth focus on like getting out there for the black vote and whatnot. Number three would be James Rucker, Oakland, California. He's a lobbyist. It's basically a web-based group that basically helps people of color use the social media to basically address racial issues and whatnot. Number four would be Lafayette Simmons. I mean Latifah Simmons. Excuse me if I'm bad. I'm bad with names.
Yeah,
Santa
Chuck,
Fran,
I love this stuff.
Bay
Yeah.
Area, Bay Area. Basically racial justice. Which basically works with structural and inequalities and create justice. Just basically create things in society. Excuse me. I'm crazy as hell, man. You gotta excuse my fumbling. And number five would be Susan Burton, LA. Basically, she makes provides sober living for women of color that's coming out of the prison system and whatnot. So, hey, brother did a little research. Brother did a little research, man.
Good Chuck. I love that shit.
But I mean,
yeah,
it's cool, but I mean, but my thing was I only put 5 down, but there's a whole lot. Just gotta go out there and you just gotta look them up, man. Really, I mean, you could have put Jesse Jackson, you could put Al Sharpton, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, and whatnot. But find somebody that's not on TV all the time or in the news.
Yeah.
Do your research. Find these people, and point our young people in that direction for these people that are offering these services and whatnot.
Yeah, that was pretty much your exercise. TeShawn, what did you get from that question?
Nah, man. I mean, yo, Chuck,
everybody looks at a question differently and answers it differently. So, when I sent you that question, what did you say about that?
First, I was like, I was kind of disappointed. Right now, I'm at this crossroad where I'm kind of disappointed in the Black community for not collaborating together and actually making change. I am against. I mean, I understand the brother was the first African American president, Barack Obama, but I feel like he never did anything for Black people, so I wouldn't consider him a leader. Kamala Harris, the same thing. I feel like with politics, I get kind of disappointed with my people because all they have to do is ask for the Black vote. Democrats ask for the Black vote without really having no plan of action for my people. But if I was to think of one right now, I would like to shoot out salute Ruby Bridges, because I want to say that she's still alive. She's a civil rights activist. For those who don't know, Ruby Bridges was the first African American student to attend and integrated the all-white school. When was that? 50s, 60s, I think. I want to say she's alive, and the reason why I think about her now is because when we talk about this thing, inclusion in school now, and for those that the listeners, my wife is a BPS leader, and I always hear about the disadvantages that the Black and brown children face with this inclusion. And then when I think about Ruby Bridges, she was fighting a huge battle that really she didn't get no support on, right? And to be living today, I would like to have her as a leader. I would like to share with her her leadership because she continues to fight for Black and brown students and continues to be that example that look, if I can go to school with all these racist white folks getting called nigga and the whole nine, you can get your behind up and go to school, because that's not happening right now. Black kids are going to school with other Black children.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right, TeShawn, man. Like this question was to open up, because everyone's gonna, like I said, everyone's gonna see a question and answer it differently, but it's gonna bring conversation to the platform, and that's why, I even didn't answer. So like when I looked at the question, top 10 Black living leaders, I said, man, the first thing I said is let's exclude anybody that's famous. Let's exclude the, the I don't know, like you said, the Al Sharptons or whoever, right? The Jesse Jack, whoever's still living and claiming that they're Black leaders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the Obamas and stuff like that. But I thought of it like, man, I need to research this question, but I didn't want to cheat. Like the people that I like off the head, it's gonna sound cliche, but it's like, of course my mom's was the Black leader that created me, that kind of like raised me to be this way, to get me to where I am now. I had a sister, an older sister for 2 years. 2 years. I have a sister that's 2 years older than me. She pretty much kind of raised me too, because like back in the day, if your mother's raising 2 kids and it's only her, one of the siblings is watching one of them. You know each other, right? That's how we raised. So she kind of raised me too.
Yeah.
So like her bringing value to me, information to me, her being really smart. She's one of those people that love. She loves information, loves education, and she loves to share it. So I got that from her. So those are the two that kind of like got me here and got me like on the optimistic side, on the more positive side. Of course I went the street way because I didn't have a father, and I kind of went and did all that crazy stuff, hung out with knuckleheads down like Chuck down below. You know what I'm saying? Chuck's a bad influence. Chuck's a bad influence. I just want to say that. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, dude, man. I mean, don't get it wrong. I mean, yeah, we did our stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like this, man. Me, you, and a couple more fellas, we had good headers on our shoulders. We had a brain. We were leaders and not followers.
True.
So
yeah, and that's what the question is really, we are like, me. I'm gonna say me. Sean, you should say yourself. Chuck, you should say yourself, man.
Now, I like how you brought it into yourself, man. I definitely like that because you're right. We forget about the ones that we forget about the leaders that
think about ourselves
experience, right? You know what I mean? And when you bring up your moms, I can't bring her up in that light because I love my mom dearly, but she worked all the time, so you know what I mean.
Mine's it too, but that's what I'm saying. She sacrificed. I know she had to work and do all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, we were the latchkey generation.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely go into the personal way of like leaders in our life and helped us shift and change throughout our time, man. I mean, and to come to think about it, if I was to give anybody that kind of love, would be my grandmother, who always was patient and loving towards me, even the times when I was a knucklehead. I mean, she would just reassure that she loved me, which is something that I needed because I didn't grow up with my father neither, right? My fathers and my uncles were guys that was on the street, and even though they did the best that they could, I feel like my grandmother was always loving, caring, and kind and patient. But before I lose a thought, I feel like another leader who just recently passed, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, John Lewis. He was definitely
John Lewis. Yeah, John Lewis. Shout out to John Lewis.
You know what I mean? I think he
R.I.P.
passed in 2020. But yeah.
Yeah. But Jonathan Jackson says leaders of the new school. I don't know why he said Jesse Jackson, but we just talking about Jesse Jackson. We ain't going to Jesse Jackson today.
Oh, hold on. Well, speaking of leaders of the new school, you know what just popped into mind? That young lady that did her
inauguration speech.
Inauguration.
The poet.
Amanda Gorman, right?
I can't. Yeah, I don't want to mess up her name, man.
I know her first name is Amanda. Amanda Gorman, I want to say. She definitely rocked it. And leaders of the new school, that would definitely be it right there because she got up there and did her thing.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Oh, yeah. Yo, the next question is Black media representing us? And I said us by U.S., U.S. us. You know what I'm saying? Playing on the words. Who wants to answer that first? Anybody?
I mean, we just basically went over that. Tell you the truth, man.
Well, not
Somewhat,
really.
somewhat,
Yes,
somewhat,
no.
somewhat,
Somewhat. I
somewhat.
mean,
Not
if you answer the answer the direct. It's the direct question though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not
uh
with a
as
scroll.
in my personal experience, well, in my opinion, uh no,
Yeah.
no, because I mean they have that platform where they can speak, but they choose not to,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, you have the black reporters and the people at CNN, all these other companies and whatnot, and it's just like they just sit there with their hands in their pockets instead of saying, well, I disagree. You know, let's talk on this. It's always a few lines, and then they're just sitting there looking smug, and they go on to the next story. So I say no, in my
Right.
opinion.
No, that's what's up. Jonathan says, "Well, is there any black media anymore?" And then he says, "I think we've been whitewashed." Um,
Mm.
TeShawn, what do you think about this question, man?
I totally agree with Mr. with Jonathan Jackson, man. I feel like
Roland Martin.
with black media, man, like I don't think they're doing a good job of representing us. I do feel like when we see either white men and when we ever see black men or black women, they have to somewhat emulate a white man and a white woman. And my biggest pet peeve is that, like, why we can't be ourselves and be represented as, like, how come it has to be strategic? How come we have to wash down who we are in order to be on TV? And yeah, man, I feel I miss those times where there was like many outlets of black TV. You know what I mean? Like I hate to say, but the Cosby Show was a good representation of a healthy black family. I mean, despite Bill Cosby in the legal situation, but in terms of the show, showed healthy family, healthy black family. Family matters. Even Martin, if it's not even a family, like in terms of having children, I feel like Martin was a positive light.
Yep.
It seemed like we kind of strayed away from that, and now it's more reality TV shows. It's more of a mockery of black culture, black society, and it's one of those things that we can continue to fight. Like if you look at the NBA and the NFL, majority of the players are people of color, but then yet the owners and the coaches are still fighting to get in there. So it's like, yeah, I don't think the media is representing us well.
Shout out to Powerful Impact in the chat with Jonathan Jackson in the chat. And then we got Raw Red. I think that's how you say his name in English. I think that's what he does when he enters the room. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Rolling, haha. They talking about rolling, laughing at rolling. Revolt. They want to know if revolt's considered black media. Like when I heard this question too, I was like, I think it depends on who you follow, right? It depends on who's your black media, right?
Yeah.
So I said they do their best, and it's about who you follow. Like, what platforms do you watch? Like, I watch Earn Your Leisure. Shout out to those dudes. Shout out to Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast. Go check them out. Go check out Powerful Impact. They're in the chat right now. That's how you spell it, Powerful Impact. Check out the Great Minds podcast. Check out the Wall Street Trapper. Check out
Yeah.
Amber Ruffin Show. Who watched the Amber Ruffin Show? What about Trevor Noah? How about
I
the
watched Trevor
Distance
Noah.
podcast? Yeah. So the Distance podcast. How about Boyce Watkins? Boyce Watkins is dope. 19 Keys. Follow 19 Keys. Ian Dunlap. Ian Dunlap. IAN Dunlap. And follow Professor Keys. KEZ. Professor Keys. She got the tagline. Listen, man. So you're like, it's like a lot of people. These are some of the people I follow, some of the people that I admire, and they got great content, great substance.
What
So
is this on YouTube?
these are on YouTube. That was probably on Instagram. I'm gonna put them in the description and stuff like that. But if you guys have some too, list them. We want to like list my show. You know what I'm saying? Like wherever things like that. We gotta list the black content that's that's really grounded. You know what I'm saying? Not like sugar coated. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I
Now
mean, I
that's
learned
definitely
I learned
real.
about I learned about learn my leisure. I mean, earn my leisure and Wall Street Trapper. I learned them from just sitting listening to the videos while I'm on the train on my way to work in the morning on Facebook and whatnot. Chris Hogan was another one. He was with the Ramsey Group. I ran across him on YouTube, and next thing you know, I'm listening to it in the car. When I'm dropping the kids off at school, my wife at work, and I'm just like, damn, man, like. And then Eric Thomas, another brother. I read his book Secret to My Success, and I'm just like, damn. I mean, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. So that's why I said read the books. Do your research. And I mean, I even read Gifted Hands with Ben Carson. I mean, yeah, he was in he was on the president's council, but I mean, there was things that he was doing before he got into politics and whatnot. And it's a good book to read. Tell you the truth. I got Junior reading it right now. Whenever he sits his butt down. But I'm trying to pass the books that I read. I like to read them first, then pass them on to the boys. That way, we can have open dialect about it. When they do sit down with dad, when it's just me and them in the house and whatnot, or we're in the car, or I'm taking them to the barber shop and ask them questions, and we just try to build our relationship, by talking that way. Whereas they don't see me as the big scary guy in the room next door to them.
Nah, that's what's up.
I'm glad that y'all talked about that, because when you talked about black media, first thing I thought about was like cable. Like, I'm forgetting that we're in the streaming era, and a lot of people opt out of cable and go towards like streaming and be able to have that control over what they watch.
Oh, speaking of our social media our social media was cable back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Comcast and all that stuff. But but social media, we got the question now. He says, "Can I ask? Can I ask why?" Jonathan asked the question. Oh, for Ben Carson. Um, we're not gonna get into Ben Carson, man. I don't think he's just stand up. I don't think he's just a stand up black American.
Oh
He
man.
doesn't really represent me, man. He don't represent me. I don't feel sincere when he talks. I don't feel like he has. I don't feel a connection with him. His energy's off with me, and I don't think he's sincere with the black community. So that's how I feel about Ben Carson. But are we utilizing social media and all its free info? TeShawn, you want to start it off?
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, my other hat, I'm the social media coordinator for a nonprofit. And throughout my 6 or 7 years, I've learned how to properly navigate social media. At first, it was saying hi to friends and having these conversations with friends that you can really see on a day to day. But in terms of like, I feel like the proper way of utilizing social media and being effective with it is it's like a practice that if you're marketing yourself, or if you're marketing the business, there's a strategy to use social media effectively. So for me, for my second job, I feel like I'm using it effectively. Like, one major thing I've learned over the years is like considering the audience, right? Like, who is your audience? What is going to draw them to that? What are you going to do? How I'm going to create the social media content to be memorable, you know what I mean? And most importantly, like dedicating time to social media. Just a few things that I've learned over the years, man, because when I look on social media, um, and particularly Facebook, I don't feel like a lot of people are utilizing that. Maybe they are in their own sense in terms of like entertainment, but I feel like with marketing and like networking and connecting, right? Like, getting yourself around like-minded people. I personally do not see that. Maybe it's the friends that I'm friends with, you know what I mean, on Facebook. But I know on Twitter, it's a whole different world. I love Twitter. Shout out to Twitter.
Jonathan's all up in the chat. That's what's up. He's like saying facts. He's um agreeing with you, TeShawn, man. Chuck, what do you think? Was it on me?
No, that's on me. Yeah, I'm trying my best to utilize it as best as I can. That's how I do my research as far as looking for books and basically do my own fact checking. Being a father of autistic young man, I mean, I really didn't know too much about it. Me and my wife, we talk about it, but together. But it's like, I felt lost in the beginning because, yeah, I knew kids that were, families that had autism amongst the kids and whatnot, but I didn't understand it until, it happened to me. And that really opened my eyes where, I was able to, find the different groups and the different programs for my son that, that's making him, that he, that we can understand it, what's going on. Like with me, my son, I'm telling you, the boy's a comedian himself. He can recite
Look
anything
at
that he
you.
sees on TV and stuff like that. And once I started researching, I started noticing, little things. I noticed what his tick was. His tick is, he loves to recite everything that he sees on TV or he hears in class. And I'm just like, oh wow, man. I'm like, damn, Chuck, you're because in the beginning, man, tell you the truth, I couldn't accept it. I wasn't trying to accept it. I seen him as my son. I seen him as, Chuck Jr., plain and
Mm-hmm.
simple. So, and like, I'm into IT. I loved IT since I was a little youngster myself. So I'm always trying to, learn new things here and there, just to keep my brain fresh because I mean, sometimes, I'm not in that industry, but when I get to talk to like some of the researchers and stuff at work and and communicate with people in different groups, I'm like, well, okay, I'm not lost when it comes to the technological jargon and stuff like that. So I'm trying my best to utilize it and help and show my kids how to do the same thing and things that I don't know. So
No, that's dope, Chuck. Man,
sorry
Jonathan
about
says,
that, man.
no, that's dope. Cause Jonathan says have him listen to this podcast because you bigging him up, so he needs to listen to you say that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't want to say it to his, I'm pretty sure you say you love him and all that stuff to his face, but just
Crack
him
my side
hearing
of the
this,
head every once in a while.
him hearing this, man, it'd be dope, man. So Jonathan's right, man. And then all of a sudden he comes back with monkey nuts.
What?
That's the next comment.
Yeah,
What? How's that the next comment?
right there.
But anyway, for me, man, yeah, I utilize social media, man, and all this free info. I try to, the best I can. I'm using it now. We're using it now. We're on it now. That's what Johnson earlier. He said, you're on it now. I'm like, yeah. He's like, you're using it now. But yeah, I know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm using it for my benefit. So hopefully eventually I can create passive income. It's something that I've been looking into, and I'm trying to elevate that. Then I'm trying to teach my circle to do the same thing. Why not teach them how to make a passive income? That's what this is about. It's called the Passive Podcast. So it's all about being what he's saying next. A black superhero. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
keep doing it, Mark, man. I mean, I feel like for these
All of
past
us, all of
days,
us. That's what this is about. That's
well,
what
now you're absolutely right. I mean, I'm appreciative of you letting me come on to onto the show, man. And it was always fun kicking it with y'all, and like the information that we share is definitely dope because I recall like when you first was talking about it, and we talked about that was 2-3 years ago, and to see how it has come to fruition and how it keep on striving, it's like, well, damn, yeah, just keep working and being creative. Because I do know that social media is that powerful tool, and if any organization wants to take full advantage of this like digital community, right, you have to experiment. And I feel like the first step in experimenting was actually just getting out there. So salute to you, man. Salute to us.
Yo, so yeah, and then laughing it up. But how do you focus to stay on the right path? Who wants to answer that first?
Well, for social media.
Just to
Oh,
stay on the right path. Period. How do you focus to stay on the right path through social media? Fam, it could be any distraction that you have in life.
man. I don't know. How do I stay focused? Starts off with appreciation, man, and focusing on, like I said earlier, those boundaries, saying no. Put the focus on my mental health, especially at a time where we're currently experiencing, going to continue to experience this pandemic. My focus is on what can I do for my brain to not be stressed out, to not be fatigued, to be tired out, to make sure that I'm mentally here, to make sure that I'm emotionally here for my family. you know, saying no to work at times when I feel like I want to complete this task. But it's like, well, nah, I'm already here. It's 4:30, 5 o'clock. I'm off this. No, serious. Like, you know, one thing I know for sure, man, we always gonna have a to-do list. And like we not gonna it's physically impossible to get everything done in one day. So like my focus on my mental health is mostly for me to be there for myself as well as my family. So how do I stay focused? I don't pay any attention to things I can't control. Because if I can't control it, why am I putting my energy over there to it? You know what I mean?
No,
It's
yeah,
true, man.
that's a fact. I'm gonna go. Let me
It's
go
true.
second, Chuck, and I know you're gonna end it off and crush it. You know what I'm
Ahead.
saying? So, how do I stay focused, man, on the right path, man? With lots of patience, man. Lots of patience. And then, I think we gotta learn how to trust again. Those are my two things. Like I know I need to learn how to trust people again, and it's hard, it's tough with the social media thing, and then people that he said, she said, people just gossip all the time. It's just tough, you know what I'm saying? So, um, you know, I think patience, with a lot of patience and a lot of learning to trust people again, I can get on the right path. Even though, like, that's just with the people in my life. But you know what I'm saying? Like, because those are the distractions, but at the same time, those are your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? You can't block everybody out. You need a circle. You need people around you to build, to elevate, to get to where you want to go. And to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? So just with patience, man, and learn how to trust again. You know what I'm saying? Take it away, Chuck, man. I'll be right back. Take it away, Chuck.
Well, hold on,
Nah,
Chuck. Let me just add something before
Yeah,
you
yeah.
start. Chuck. Let me just add something before you start, Chuck. Um, Eating well. About y'all. So I just recently turned vegetarian, right? And I noticed once I changed what I put in
sorry to
my
hear
mouth.
that, brother.
I know, yes, it sucks. Trust me, it sucks, man. It
Joke-
sucks. But
no,
you
I'm
know
joking.
what?
I'm joking, man.
Nah, but like I know my energy increased, my sleeping. I'm able to sleep longer through the night, like not even being not getting up in the middle of the night. I just wanted to add that in there real quick. On how to stay focused on the right path. For me, I had to watch. Now I'm not like good. Like I'll still eat my lifesavers and stuff like that, but I noticed with in terms of like eating well, drinking more water, definitely helped with the mental. But my fault. I
Yeah.
just want to add that in real quick.
No, no, no. That's wonderful, man. How I stay focused, man. I think about the legacy I want to leave for my two boys.
Word.
My niece and nephews. For being an uncle and whatnot. Me and my sister, we're close. We're the oldest two, boy and girl. I mean, girl and boy and whatnot. And we have two younger siblings that we strive to be role models to them because I lost my father at 18, so my brothers really didn't get the opportunity to spend that much time with him. So I when he closed his eyes, it became it fell on my shoulders as trying to be a role model. Be the male role model to those to my two younger brothers. And my thing is, I try to watch what I eat. I know I'm a big guy, but surprisingly, I'm not as chunky as folks think I am. I am way muscular. I'm love playing sports. I was a gym rat. All the time. I mean, me and Mark was hitting the gym 6, 7 days a week, man,
I remember that.
nonstop.
Yep. I
And I
remember that,
mean,
yeah.
I'm not big on soda. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my ginger ale and whatever, but I just try to, keep treat my body right. I mean, I am getting older. Unfortunately, 3 years away from hitting the half century and whatnot, but I take it, I take it every, one day at a time, because a lot of my friends um, didn't get to see that milestone, so Um, and like as far as work, I try not to bring the stress home from work. I mean, I deal with grad students and PhD candidates and whatever, and them people are basically like me having more kids at home. No common sense, to tell you the truth, man. But just try to be myself and just grow. I try
Yeah.
to grow every opportunity I get as far as knowledge. I do my research as far as what I put in my body, what I bring into the house for the boys. I mean, I have one that, if it's green, he doesn't like it. So, I try to figure out ways of, incorporating it into the food without him noticing it.
Right.
My youngest is my shadow. My youngest is my shadow. He watches everything I do. So, I try to watch
do.
what I say and do around him because, you know, it's basically like this. I just want them to, be proud, proud of that. So,
Word. I mean, one thing I also want to hone into, man, sleep is important for us as well, man. I don't know about y'all, man, but I remember those times where I was burning that midnight oil. And, and that joint wasn't even helpful.
John, did you say he's a grad student, so he's burning some oil now too?
Yeah, well, I hope you get some sleep out there, bro. Because I do remember seeing that there was a study that if you sleep more than 9 hours, it can trigger depression. And people
more than 9 hours.
If you sleep more than 9 hours, like a night or a day or whatever you're doing, like if you sleep in more than 9 hours straight, it can trigger depression. But then if you can't sleep no less than 6 or 7, because then like your world would just be crazy. Yeah, no. That's the sleep is very important.
No,
man.
I get that, man.
Yeah, I get a power nap every once in a blue moon, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that's something I learned from my days in the military or whatever. I mean, getting you a quick power nap, even if it's if you're good, you can get 45 minutes, but a quick 20-minute power nap. I mean, I say that does wonders, man.
I'm not able to do
it
that
on my lunch break. No, but
I wish I could,
for me,
man,
on my lunch break, man. Hey, I mean, I don't, I try not to consume something too, anything too heavy anyway, man. But I try to, slide in the back office, man. I, dim the lights, man. I'll take me a quick power nap. I got the alarm or whatever. So, hey, but I'm on my break. It's my time.
I feel you on that. Yeah,
it's my time. So, you got to do what you got to do sometimes, man.
Okay, man.
Yo, this must be SP from the Powerful Impact. She says, I take deep breaths. Don't sweat the small stuff. I know that the lives I'm going to impact and move accordingly. That's what's up.
Word.
Shout out to SP. SP, if that's you, give me a check mark or something. I know that's you. I gotta be you. Jonathan Jackson's up in here active. Wow, because I've been sleeping more, he said.
Yeah, but that sleep, bro.
The next question is, how do you manage yourself? So examples, how do you manage you managing your finances, you're managing your health, you manage your emotions? Who wants to answer that first?
Well, I definitely would jump on board, man. These are definitely one of those things like I've developed over the years. I was able to practice and really try things. So like with financially, man, I know it may be small, and I'm pretty sure y'all brothers probably already have it, but giving yourself a budget so like I'm a big spender, and if I get all my money right there in my hands, I'm gonna spend that, and I don't have no discipline. I know that about myself, but I am disciplined enough to set goals and giving myself an allowance each month, because in that way I know I know how much I can spend, and that definitely has improved in a lot of my goals. Like I was able to get a car this year. I spent a couple of $1,000s on a mattress just because I was disciplined with giving myself an allowance, and was like, look, I'm not touching nothing else because this is what I want to get. Got my kitchen done. Right now I'm in the process of saving to buy a second home. I mean, financially, managing myself, I really love where I'm at. I know that there's going to be room to grow, but I'm definitely on board with that. With health, getting the right amount of sleep, watch what I put in my mouth, drink more water. I remember I saw that. You know what I mean? Water is a very powerful thing, and it does the body so much good. And emotional, man. Going back to I forgot what one of the other questions was. Emotionally, focus on the things I can't control, and if I'm seeing bullshit out the gate, I'm identifying. I'm not going to verbally let it be known. I don't know if I'm getting older, but this reminds me of like some of my old school friends that I noticed when they saw bullshit happening, they didn't announce that they was leaving. They just gracefully bowed out. Yep. So I'm protecting my emotions, because when I see some bullshit, I just be like, man, that's some bullshit. Let me just exit up out of here. Let me get up on out of here. So like that's how me protecting myself. That's how I manage myself, because I can argue with the best of them till the cows come home. But afterwards, I'm the motherfucking one. My heart's racing, fucking sweating, smoking mad cigarettes, having mad drinks because I'm angry over a freaking conversation that I had no control over the other person's opinion.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. There's a few things, man.
What about you, Chuck?
And as far as financially, I hold myself as far as I mean, because before I had kids, I mean, I treated myself, man. You know, hey, I had the Jordans, and had the, we used to always go out. We used to go out. We go shopping, but we shop smart. We found deals and as far as gear and stuff. I mean, as I got older and I got more on my plate as far as being a parent, I watch what I buy as far as for myself. I mean, I give my kids the things that they need to grow. I don't spoil them, but I give them the things that they need. I know kids will grow, so clothes, shoes, and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, I still, I still spoil myself on my birthday. I got to go to Hooters or get me something special. Hey, no. Instead of sitting there, I order it, bring it home. It's I don't do
You send your drone in? You got a drone? You just send the drone in, get the food now?
Nah. I just placed the order on. I placed the order through on my phone, and I just head over there, pick it up, be in there, 5-10 minutes or whatever. 5-10 minutes or whatever. Get in there, grab it out. Back on the road, back home. I don't let the small things get to me. I mean, shit. I'm a Sagittarius, man, so and I love to argue. I ain't got no problem with it. I got a temper like there's no tomorrow, and I say to me going into the service, that calmed some of that temper down, because I mean, I'm not used to nobody standing in my face yelling. I mean, yeah, I had the football coach yelling at me or whatever, but usually, that's once or twice, but don't sweat the small things, that I can't control. Think before I speak, because hey, ain't no filter on me, man. And try to be less stressful. I mean, I was a smoker. It was a bad habit that I picked up in the service, and it's been almost 12 years that I quit. I lost one of my friends that I known since I was 9 years old. So, and I mean, I was a father, so I didn't want my kids to see that. I didn't want my son to see me smoking and whatever. So, as far as watch what I eat, I don't eat all the crazy thing. I can't be a vegetarian. I love meat. I'm sorry.
No,
I can't do it. No. But everybody. Oh, why don't you try this, man? I'll try it for about an hour.
Listen, yo, Chuck. All you can do is try it. Okay, let me put it this way: you and Jonathan Jackson got something in common. He put Hooters on the screen. If Hooters started to make healthy wings, that there wasn't real meat wings, or there wasn't real meat like burgers, would you eat those Impossible Hooters burgers and meat chickens and stuff?
Nah.
I mean, because we tried, we went out, and we got those.
I don't know what this means, man. This look great. Exactly. We move silent like lasagna. Is that something a phrase y'all ever heard before?
I ain't never heard that, but I love
Garfield.
lasagna.
I don't know why I'm thinking about Garfield, but explain yourself, SP. Yeah, it's Chuck. I'm sorry to cut you off, man.
No. I mean, just I try not to get stressed about things that I can't control.
I'm gonna stick to the script. We're gonna got a couple more things and then be
and
out of here.
As far as arguing, I mean, hey, we can have a debate. I'm one of those people that I get fired up. Once I start sweating, the brain is opening up. You start shaking and stuff. That's when that's when the hidden Chuck is coming out. The real Chuck is coming out when I start you get that shaking going on. But just try to be a peaceful man. Just try to be peaceful, and save the Hulk when I'm on the court or I'm in the gym, man, on that machine.
Let it be
Don't get me
known,
wrong,
Jonathan
man.
Jackson. Let it be known, Jonathan Jackson lives in Boston. So
Okay.
all three of us could go to, or four of us can go to Hooters if he wants. Let's go.
Nah,
But
we ain't gotta go to Hooters, man.
I'm just joking around. But how do I manage? Do I manage myself? I believe I'm getting better at it day by day, financially, health wise, and emotionally. You just gotta work on it, man. Like day by day, you just gotta work on it, man. Everything, your health. I just sent in. I went, recently for the, my yearly exam. They do all the blood work and everything. Instead of doing the colon thing, they give you this envelope now that you go home and go to the bathroom and you send it in. So I mean, I don't know if that's the same, but we'll see what happens.
Wait a minute. What?
They, instead of like getting a colon test, they give you this kit to take home. You basically shit on this big napkin, and then you like take a sample and scoop it into this little solution, and you shoot it off for your colon test.
I don't mean to laugh, man. I don't mean to laugh,
new
man.
thing?
I don't mean to
Look,
laugh.
listen, I'm trying to get my health, man. But she said that's
no. That's understandable, and that's the one thing.
Shit on a napkin instead.
But see, that's the one thing. That's the one thing us brothers need to start speaking about, because I mean, yeah, some of us, we don't like the hospital. I can't stand the damn hospital, but I go to make sure I'm okay.
I got
it's crazy. It's crazy.
No, and he shitted on. He got the shit on something and then scrape some off and then send it in. And I was like, well, wait a minute, you got to do all that shit.
That's because he doesn't want to do the finger test. I mean, I don't want to do the finger test.
Look, hold on. It wasn't an option. She was like, "Oh, here's this envelope. This is what you do."
Okay, I'm like, okay. Well, maybe.
I don't know, maybe. I'm just fucking with you, bro.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Yeah, that's good to know, because like,
but that's the thing.
So like, my time is coming up. That means at least I don't know. I mean, shit, I don't know how to do that, but
well, first they tell you 50, but I mean, it's sadly
45 now.
It's a lot of no. It's the 40s. It's the 40s, because there's 45. A lot of younger guys. No, but there's a lot of younger guys getting prostate cancer, getting colon cancer, testicular cancer. And that's the thing about it. It's because of the stuff that we put in our bodies. It's changing. It's changing. It's changing. It's changing our our natural cycles and stuff. So,
stop eating cheese.
Hey man, I don't eat cheese like that, bro. I don't eat cheese like that, man. I could clear a room if I eat enough cheese. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yo, SP says she's happy that I took care of that. Yes, right. Colon cancer.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, brother. I commend you on that, man.
Amazing. You got to do it, man. Your health, man. Your health is more important than anything. You gotta live to do the finances and to do whatever else, everything else.
How old are you, Mark?
He's about 2 years old, I think.
47.
All right.
He's about 2 years off, man.
Oh, he's 2 years old.
Yeah, he's a year older than me.
Get out of here, man. Unless Chuck is older than I thought.
No. I'm saying, because this year you'll be 2 years off, and that's why I said I'm 3 years off.
Okay. All right, man. We about to close down, but I got passive thoughts before we close out. I'm gonna say a couple passive thoughts. If y'all want to join in with these, or y'all want to highlight these, or y'all want to talk more about these, just let me know. We got another good 10-15 minutes if y'all don't mind, right? Y'all good?
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, so passive thoughts. Number one, never give up on loving yourself. I'm gonna keep reading, or you can stop me anytime.
No, keep reading, bro.
That's fine, man. You gotta love yourself first.
Yeah. Number two, love yourself even when you fail.
That's how we learn.
You know what I'm saying? Money. Number three, money doesn't determine your worth. Number four,
true.
Your past and parents. Your past life. Your past and your parents don't define you.
Correct.
Yeah. Number five, education doesn't have to stop. I know a lot of people they're stuck in the 90s. They're stuck in certain places, man. They don't want to keep reading. Read a book, like Chuck says. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing. I mean, when we were in school, they was drilling it in our head that we had to go to a 4 year college. We had to do 4 years. They didn't say anything about trade. They didn't say anything about community college. That's why, like my nephews, I tell them, yo, there's nothing wrong with going to community college. When I was in high school, everybody joked about, oh, you just made only school you made it in was RCC. So you don't have,
Yeah.
you don't have to go to a 4 year college to get a degree. Go to a trade school. I mean, hell, if that was the case, man, I'd probably be an electrician right now, a carpenter, because
Yeah.
that's
And
what my pops did growing up.
that's absolutely true, Chuck. And I think and I don't know, I don't have like no data or no readings about it, but knowing how America get down, I wouldn't be surprised if that opportunity was stripped systematically, right? Only in the urban communities or where majority of our people are at. Let's take those trade schools out of their school. You know what I mean? Let's don't offer that to the
Yeah,
black and brown
but
community.
that's what they did.
Yeah,
That's what they did
yeah,
because when I was in high school, the only school that did some a similar trade or something like that was Madison.
yeah.
They had auto mechanics, they had cosmetology and stuff like that. That was the only school, but a lot of
Yeah.
kids didn't want to go to Madison because where it was located and the kids that went there.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that too, Chuck? Madison had a negative connotation because when they did start talking about they talking about trades. The black community was saying, "Oh, that's we don't want to do trades. That's low paying jobs. That's labor jobs. We want to stay in school." So they was kind of splitting up the black community. I know some black
That was
leaders actually,
self-sabotaging.
yeah, they were kind of self sabotaging each other. Man, we was like,
Yeah.
some leaders were like, we gotta do trades and give black people other opportunities, not just school. And I got that. You know what I'm saying? Because like you might have another passion, but then like they were saying, oh, they didn't want the black people to go to school and get an education. So I'm like, oh shit, what do I go? Which way do I go? I just
Yeah.
remember that was huge back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as construction, I mean, I tried it, but my thing was every time, every site that they sent me to, I was always pushing a broom.
Yeah.
I was always the one picking up the trash. I was the one carrying the heavy shit up, while the guys that were less experienced than me or just new were getting to put up walls and stuff like that. But see, that was me not thinking, right? Because okay, I think that's how my father started. And my father did roofing for 22 years up until he got sick and he couldn't do it anymore. He knew how to do electrician work, plumbing. He can drive anything with wheels. Damn near, I think he probably would have been able to fly everything.
Probably.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
just from his buddies and his family members, teaching each other how to do things.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Nah.
We don't do that, and it's sad.
Yeah. So to speak about the community not being connected, man, like you know what I mean? Like that saying goes, teach somebody how to fish. They can be able to feed their family, but if you keep
They'll be
feeding
able to eat for life.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's sad because like that whole trade school thing. I remember I had a conversation about that with a friend of mine's about how trade school is not promoted to our youth, right? Because you don't necessarily have to go to college. You know what I mean? Like, and I was just tired of that constant promotion of, oh, you have to go to a university when it's like, really, no, you don't have to go to a university to be successful. If that works for you, that works for you. If it doesn't, here's another alternative. And like going back to the trade school thing, which I feel like was messed up when they took it out of our community, is that if you're able to make money with your hands, you can be head of households. So they took it out the hood. Now, what do our young brown boys have? They have the streets. You know what I mean? I had to feed my family by grabbing this gun and slinging this crack. And it was just kind of like the effed up situation because now when we talk about in the present day, still trade schools is not that thing. It should be at every single high school. Advertisements should be at every single high school. Opportunities to go to trades or, even going to a work site and pushing a broom should be offered to a lot of youth. But I could go on forever about systematic oppression and all that, man. I ain't gonna.
No, you're right. I keep speaking, man. That's what the podcast is about. TeShawn, man. Like, this is what we wanna we want your opinions to be heard, man. Yeah, education is key, man. All this stuff that you're saying is dope, man. Powerful Impact says, I don't fail, I grow. Change your verbiage. I'm loving it, man. Let's go to 6 through 10. Now 6 through 10 is for passive thoughts. Is number 6 is what others do, of course, don't define you. Number 7, you look good. Just plain and simple. You look good. Stop, putting the
Yeah,
cake,
man.
kicking up the
Build
makeup,
yourself up,
or
man. Build yourself
getting
up.
booty
Yeah,
shots,
build
lip
yourself up.
injections, getting hair weave and fake everything, and then stop just getting fake everything. That's just me. No disrespect to no woman, no ladies. I'm not trying to, talk trash on here. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I think if you just be yourself, love yourself, man, you look good. Just tell yourself you look good. Get in that mirror, so you look good. You don't need all that makeup. You don't need all those extra things. You don't need a nice car to look good. You know what I'm saying? You need to, you know what I mean? You just need to take care of yourself and people around you. Number
True.
8, take your time to find love, man. Don't rush it. A lot of people rush to find love, man, and they rush to have someone else validate them, and that's not what we want. Number 9, have a quality
Have that
circle of
discussion.
friends. Yeah, Chuck, you want the button?
Yeah, but no, but have that discussion. Talk to that, that person that you're trying to, or you see yourself building a relationship with. I mean, talk about. You don't have to talk about religion because that's a lot of folks is not into church and stuff like that. But talk about your goals, where you see yourself. Just communicate. I mean, it's not all about shaking sheets.
Yeah.
Or playing house. So
True.
communicate.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to add, man.
Oh, that's what's up.
Let me add something to number 8 too, man. When he says, take time to love yourself, man. Or no. Take your time to find the love.
Find love.
I feel like, for our youth, man, learn how to love yourself. Or just for people who don't, learn how to love yourself first, because you can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself first.
Yeah, man. Number 9, have a quality circle of friends, and that's that goes with family too. And then number 10 is you are a valid. You are valid. Period. You're just valid. You're valid. Period. Your social media doesn't determine your worth. I know a lot of people go, I didn't get enough likes. I didn't get enough shares. I didn't get enough whatever. And then they start.
I could care less.
Then they start going the wrong route. With booty shots and titty shots or whatever the men do to men might.
That's
Go
the
back.
attention.
Yeah, they might do something to get attention.
Put the gray sweatpants on, man. With the sock.
Oh Lord, yeah, oh Lord, stuff like that, or not, or they might go do that, or they might do the crate challenge or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? They might do something silly and hurt themselves.
Nah.
They might have the money in a thing or the gun, and they doing incriminating themselves. They might do something.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing. You're sitting there taking pictures with stacks of money. You're just setting yourself up for failure because you're always posting where you're gonna be at.
Yeah.
They don't realize they're setting themselves up.
Yeah.
That's the sad thing. That's the sad thing. I mean, shit. If I have a stack like that, you best to believe it's going into a business. It's going into an investment. It's going to something that's going to benefit my family now.
Yeah.
Or in the future.
Now, I feel like they'll have that stack of cash, man, but don't even have no pistol on them. They'd be like, God damn.
I saw something the other day, and it was, I don't know, it was a video. It was a real video. You see the picture of the guy taking pictures with the money, right? And I guess he on social media he says where he's at. Somebody was close by. They went to rob him, and the guy, I think somebody that was still filming it was filming him get his money. And he was like, "Go to the police, man! Go to the police!" And it's like, "Yo, man, stop telling people who you are with money."
Too.
And then you know what I'm saying. I don't know if that was real or fake, but it looked real. And you know what I'm saying. He's like, "Go to the police."
Did the rapper lose his life for posting his address or mistakenly posted his address? And he had a
Pop Smoke.
It was Pop Smoke.
Yeah,
a lot of artists post where they are or close where they are, and then they eventually find out where they are because they rent these houses sometimes, and people know what which houses got rented by whoever, Rihanna, whoever, and they know those houses, so they know if someone so's there renting it this time, they know the layout probably, and they go. I mean, it's sad, but they don't tell people where you at.
That messes it up for the folks that are, trying to like these Airbnbs and whatever. They're putting these policies in where they're not renting to certain people because they don't want you to have a party or something like that or destroy their properties. And I know people that have, they have their, properties for Airbnb, and these people are coming in and effing their stuff up. And it makes it look bad on the people of color. When we're trying to just like you're trying to have a family vacation or something, you can't get it because they feel that you don't have a positive review. I mean, if you're not out there like that, I mean, how would you have a positive review if this is the first time you're getting on your own and whatnot?
But hey,
No, I hear you.
that Airbnb, I go to another one. I mean, I feel like right now we at the place where if our money's not wanted because of some certain stereotype they fixated in their mind, then I can take my business someplace else.
I did that.
I take my stack to the next man.
I did that with my Airbnb when I was doing Airbnb with somebody recently. It was like you could tell, like we thought we had it. We're like, oh, we got it. We got the Airbnb, and then I think we started chatting back and forth, and maybe they had an inkling that I was black.
That's when they caught on that
now it's not. Yeah, now it's not. For purchase or whatever. So whatever. We went to the next one, man, and we it's still dwelling in our heads that it happened, but we had fun anyway. It was a great time. So shout out to the people that just value their property and not just value and think like certain people are gonna mess it up. You know what I'm saying? Like we're paying just like anybody else. We got green money. We got crypto. We got all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but any more things about this before I close out? Talk about passive income real quick, and then we gonna promote and get out of here.
No, man, do your thing, man. I think you definitely this was a solid show, man. I mean, I like bringing value to yourself, man. I mean, shit, if I could add anything to bring value to yourself, man, people don't out there that's listening, don't settle. There's a lot of people that settle in relationships that their hearts are no longer in. There's so many people that settling. Don't settle. Add value to yourself.
I know it's cold out there, and it's cold out there, and you want that warm body beside you. Yo, go get a blanket. Put some socks on. I'm sorry. And these guys, you're just messing with this chick because she got heat. Nah, go find something for yourself, because at the end of the day, she call a man on you. Who's taking that walk? Think about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys got any more passive income ideas, but I saw one recently and I linked it on here. So whenever I get a new one, if y'all got any, y'all can share. But ghostwriting's another one you can do. You can ghostwrite people's books, people's blogs. Some people are just not good with writing. Like I know you like TeShawn, you saying something about how you got someone you run someone's social media. You could like doing that and writing whatever's going on or whatever, you get paid for that. You can run somebody's, you can write a book for somebody, and then they say they wrote it, but your credit to be in there too, and you get paid as well because you're the writer. You're getting paid more actually. So yeah, you could be a ghostwriter, man, for anything, for any blogs, social media, people's books, ebooks. So that's another one that I heard today that seems like a great idea to make some passive income. Any of you guys got any more besides the ones on the screen?
Shit, nah, man. I mean,
there's a lot coming to the head, man. I'll figure something out.
I see you got life insurance, man. Life insurance is really real for my black people, man. I'm tired of seeing those GoFundMe's, man. And I understand it's like to reach out to the community, but like those life insurance policies, man, is something. It doesn't have to be for millions of dollars, man. I'm gonna be personal real quick. My life insurance policy, my wife's life insurance policy is just enough. It's about $50,000 each, and it's just enough for the burial and put some money in your pocket. You're not, I tell my kids, you're not going to get rich off of us. Your mother and your mother and I are enjoying life now, but in terms of life insurance and policy, man, it's just so sad when you see our people posting the GoFundMe's. You know what I mean? I understand it's real because they don't have the money for it. But yeah, if I could hone in on anything, man, life insurance policy is real. Go get yourself one before you go get that Lexus.
100% right.
No doubt, man. No doubt. That's
Chuck,
crazy. That's something
how you bring value to yourself. What do you got for that?
Continue reading. Continue doing my research, man. Trying to learn new skills, man. Something I could pass on to, the Chuck Juniors and the madman's at the house.
Right.
This is the time to promote.
Never stop learning.
Man.
Never stop learning. That's the one thing, man. Never stop learning. Please don't.
Chuck, you know, I got Yolanda Brown handmade jewelry at Etsy. Hashtag New Creations 21.
You want to make the jewelry right from last week?
Yeah, I got. This is Chuck's wife, and then I got Keith's wife as well.
Word.
Mikkel Jewelry on Instagram at Quetta_Lynette. Lynette, I think _57. Check it out, man. You know what I'm saying? TeShawn, man, thanks again, man, for being a co-host, man. Thanks for coming through, man.
Thank you for having me, man. This is
you selling something. Yeah, if you're selling something, promote something, you just want to say
something. Follow me on Twitter, man. Shizmatic the God. Follow my sports photography page, T2 Photography on Instagram. Show your boy some love.
I'm gonna put all that in the description, man. Remember to send it to me again. I know I got it somewhere, but just remember to send it to me again so I can throw it in the description, man. We can get people to you know what I'm saying, hire you for photography. He's a great photographer, man. Great man, period, man. And you know, he's a co-host, man. He's one of our co-hosts, man. We're lucky to have him, man, on the show, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Chuck, anything else? Last words, Chuck D. Get out of here.
Have a blessed week, man.
All right, y'all. Peace out, man.
Wash your hands.